Hi, this is Brian Hegney, instructor of Game and Interactive Media Design. We are building a barrel, and I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to build this barrel in a new way because I've always hated the way we did the top here, and I think I've come up with a new way, and I want to just, in case you're interested, you could watch me experiment. So, one of the things I'm going to do is just make a duplicate of this barrel, or make a clone of it, make it a copy, so I don't have to, yeah. And I'm going to make another copy, and you'll see why. I'm going to get rid of the stack here just to turbo smooth. So it's just this stave, and I'm going to set the hierarchy effect pivot only, align it to the world, center to the object. So now we've reset that. And I'm going to tap E so I can rotate this to 90 degrees. Whoops. I think I was accidentally. There's 90 degrees. There we go. Tap W, tap T, select this stave here, move it over here, tap F to go into the front view, just raise it up here, and I'm going to select the box in its stack and know that yes, I am not going to screw it up. I'm just going to make it wider. There. Because I want to like overlap it like that, and now I'm going to go into T for top, zoom in, tap F3 to see wireframe, shift drag this a little bit, give myself 3 more. Okay, gaga. Is that actually, that's pretty good. That's a nice setup there. The next thing I'm going to do is attach these together. So I'm going to tap, just select one of them, hit edit poly, and click on attach. There, unselect that. I'm just going to call this top so I know it's my top. Now, here's what I want to do. I want to do a Boolean, but this has never worked before because I've done it in a really dumb way. Okay, now, I could use this barrel to cut the top. However, there's a reason why that doesn't work, and it's because of all of the little spaces between here. It's not going to cut this properly. So I need to actually create a new shape to cut. And I'm going to click on not cylinder, but a cone. You'll see why in a second. I'm just going to drag out of this, drag out this, drag out that there. You can see that a cone doesn't have to be a cone. A cone has a radius 1, which is the bottom radius, and a radius 2, which is the top radius. And if radius 1 becomes 0, you can see it becomes a cone. And if radius 2 becomes a 0, it's the opposite cone. Okay. We have, if we tap F4, we can see it's got height segments, and we've got cap segments I don't need, and we have number of sides, which is fine. Okay, great. What I want to do is move this to be aligned with the barrel, and so I'm going to align top with top, just to see, yeah. The first thing I'm going to do is, I am going to, what should I do? Can I set hierarchy, effect pivot only, and I want to set that pivot to the maximum height. Okay, there. Oops, there. Now I think when I do the height, okay, that still works. So I wonder if I can set edit pivot. I'm gonna rotate this pivot 180 degrees. Does that do anything? No, it doesn't. I was hoping, okay. Oh, I know what to do. Yes. Effect pivot, center to object, align to world. Okay, I'm going to set that pivot back. What I want to do is rotate the object 180 degrees. You'll see why. Don't worry. And I'm going to then align this object to the barrel, and I will set its Z position from the maximum to maximum. There. Okay. And then the next I'm going to align it again, and this time I'm not going to align its Z position. I'm going to align its X and Y position from center to center. I don't know why that's not working. center to center. There we go. There. I guess I didn't push the right thing and say okay. Now, okay, this is good. Now I'm going to go into front mode, and I'm going to scale its radius 1 to be like that. I'm going to zoom in and just make sure. I'm going to hold down, whoops, there. If I hold down Alt, it goes a little bit smoother. There. And now radius 2 is going to be the other radius of that barrel. Again, I'm going to hold down Alt, and then I could do a very slow version. Yay. Like that. And the next thing I want to do is... I actually only need it to be as small as this. So I'm going to change its height and change radius to like that. Okay, there. Now, all I want to point out is this cone that we've made that has 24 segments. How many of these radii? I have 20. I actually have 20 staves though, right? So if I do that, I'm going to rotate now this, and now I am going to rotate it at 1 degree. One. I could have just highlighted 1. And I'm going to rotate this. There. Now do you see each edge of this cone aligns with the stave? Oh yeah, that's good. I think that's gonna give me a really good shape. Okay, now why am I doing this? I am doing this because I'm going to select these two components, right click, and isolate the selection. I don't even need all these heights. There. I just have this cone, and I have this top piece, and I'm going to Boolean these together. I only want to keep the part of the top piece that intersects with the cone, because that pretty much is the barrel, the amount of it, and you'll see why in a second. Okay, so I'm going to select compound object. No, compound object, and I'm going to do a pro Boolean. Pro Boolean is going to allow me, it's just like adding and subtracting, I'm forgetting the word, in Unreal Engine when we just make quick gray box models, level designs, and we use BSP brushes, right? It's the same thing. Alright, now I want to do an intersection. Just to show you what this is, actually, I'm gonna create a couple standards. If I create a box here, and I create a sphere here, okay, what a Boolean is if I go into now create a compound object and I create a pro Boolean and I union something and I start picking, I can Boolean this with the box and it will totally change the geometry now. Now these two objects are Booleaned together. If I hit, I could say intersection. Oh, it's not going to do it for me. I can hit Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. I could say intersection, click this, and it's only going to give me the intersection between those two objects. Okay, Control Z. I could do a subtraction. It's going to subtract the second object from the first object. It's basically plus, minus, yes, no, blah, blah, blah. I could, yeah, let's do a cookie, and I could do that and see what that does. And now that doesn't give me geometry in the end. It gives me just the surfaces. Okay, so that's what a Boolean is. I'm going to right-click these and just delete these because I don't need them. And that's what I need to do here. And all I want, I'm going to do pro Boolean. I'm going to do the intersection of this cone and the tops. And when I do that, oh wow, that's kind of gross, but it is what it is. Really, that's it? Oh, wow. That's odd. Okay. I'll do it anyway. Intersection. There we go. Now it kept all of this detail here, but it looks like it deleted some of my geometry going the other way. It actually didn't keep polygons, which is really annoying. Oh, so I'm even gonna wonder if that's what I want. Yuck. We won't really use Boolean anyway. Do I want that? Ugh. Yeah, I want it. I'm gonna right click and isolate. And now that piece, I'm actually gonna place it over here. Go to my top view. Center that. Again, you'll see why. I'm going to align this to itself so that its pivot point is, oops, forgot to say affect pivot only, align itself to itself so that its pivot point is in the very center, say OK. And now I'm going to not affect pivot point, align the top to the barrel and say center to center, say OK. And I believe, yes, that should be fine. Okay, I can delete that. And that is how we get those tops. Oh, I see. It's not quite rotated, but it's not sticking out of my model, and it is not. Oh, that's interesting. Well, I learned a little bit, and I'm gonna do a little bit better. That's better. Because I want this probably rotated slightly differently. Okay. Alright. So anyways, that was it. That was just me screwing around trying to figure out the best way to do this, and I think I'm gonna use this way. Alright.